All right, part two. Ran out of space there, had to delete a couple of videos. So that's the utility room. Coming back out into this room. This is a darker carpet here. This isn't just dirty. This is actually a darker carpet than what was upstairs. You've got kind of this long, narrow living room down here. There's the hallway to the stairs. There's the closet under the stairs. Goes to a back bedroom there. You got some scuffs on the wall here that go all the way through to the sheetrock. So you could use a little bit of texture and paint repair there. It's like a sub panel here. I didn't notice the main panel, but you do have a panel there. Go into this bedroom. Fairly large bedroom. And actually not technically a bedroom. There's no window and no closets. This would be a bonus room or a den. They've got a queen bed in here with a fairly large bed frame and nightstand. So that gives you an idea. It's a pretty decent sized room. Probably at least 12 by 12 for this section. And then you got this probably 8 by 8-ish section here, maybe 7 by 8. So L-shaped. If you can see that, kind of an L-shaped room. So decent little bonus space. Definitely usable. Wouldn't recommend using it as a bedroom just because there's no window in there. But you can. So from here we'll give you a look back out this way. Even though the ceilings are lower down here, it kind of makes this room feel, I don't know if cozy is the right word, but it's not, I don't know. The way they have it set up, it seems like it'd be a comfortable room to hang out in. Sometimes the low ceiling makes the room feel uncomfortable. I don't think it does so much in this one. I think the big windows and being a walkout basement helps. You don't feel like you're underground, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. Another big bedroom. That's a full bed in the corner, and you got plenty of room here. You could have a full other bedroom set in here. Looks like they do ballet. They got a lot of ballet shoes on the wall there. It's a view out of this bedroom to the backyard. Good sized closet. Is that Harry Styles on the ceiling? Guessing that's a girl's bedroom. The bathroom here, you've got, oh, let's turn the light off. So it has these, I haven't been showing the light switches, but most of them are these digital ones. These things drive me nuts. You might like them. Because it does, you touch it once and it just turned off. You touch it again, it turns all the way on. I would rather just have an on-off switch or the dial for the dimmer, but those are most of the switches are that push button type with the different options. Got a pedestal sink, decent sized bathroom. There's this linen closet here, I imagine. Yeah, pretty big linen closet there. Toiletries closet. And then here you've got, it's a tile surround, same tile on the floor. It's consistent all the way through, goes all the way to the ceiling. So pretty nicely done tub for a basement. I do notice some gaps in the grout and caulking like the upstairs tub. Same with down there. Kind of your typical water stains in the corner. So again, could be touched up with the grout and caulk to seal it up better. And on this wall, it goes all the way across behind the sink even, so kind of a backsplash there, which is nice. So for a basement bedroom or basement bathroom, it's actually finished pretty nicely. It would just need to be cleaned up and sealed up a little bit better. So 2 bedrooms down here, plus the large family room, the bonus room that had the safe. You got your utility room, And then this, again, just kind of more square footage down here that's doesn't really have an obvious use. I guess a sitting room, like they have it set up with a view out the backyard, it's not bad. So let's go back upstairs. Let's walk out on that deck and take a look. And then from there, I think we can go down into the backyard. And take a look around outside. So back up in the dining room. Seeing a little bit of the typical weathering on the ends of the boards. I wouldn't say you'd need to replace these by any means, but maybe screw them down a little better on some spots and definitely paint them so they last longer. You've got a couple that are rotted out on the ends, but for the most part, and you got some that are burnt through. So a couple of them would need to be replaced or repaired. Quite a bit of paint flaking off. Again, this is that aluminum siding, so paint doesn't really stick to it that well. And here, this is pretty hot, so you're getting direct sunlight most of the day back here, so that would explain why the paint is chipping off there. So yeah, let's walk around down below. It's a nice deck. It's a good size. Goes all the way around the back of the house. Here's a look at the side of the house. That's that side door into the garage there. This, I think, goes into the master bedroom, or the laundry room actually. And that's your window into the garage there. I believe the backyard is fully fenced all the way around. Your gate there. Looks like some fencing for a corral type setup up there. Here's your propane tank. It's a 500-gallon tank. And then, yeah, so imagine the property line follows this fence all the way out to the road again. That would make sense for about just under 3 acres. And the other side of that, obviously, is the neighbor's yard there. Got some kind of utility building up there. It looks like a water tank there. That might be one of the water holding tanks for City of Ammon. I'm sure we could look up what that is. So not set up really well to have, I mean, you could have animals. Looks like they did have animals back there. Seeing some horse droppings on the ground. But definitely pretty, left pretty rough. And then with this slope here, kind of limits what you can do with it. But obviously they had animals back there, so it can be done. Here's your wellhead. And then probably your sprinkler and water controls there. So another look back at the side of the house. And let's walk down to the lower yard here. For the most part, it's a pretty clean house. It's definitely, a lot of things are original from '95 when it was built. It's kind of that weird stage where you could absolutely live in it the way it is, but you notice that some things are older and more worn out, and you might want to start replacing things. It would not be one that you could go in and flip for a profit. It's not in bad enough shape where there's going to be that much room to make money on it. But if you can get it at a decent price, move in and make some updates over time as needed, I think it's a really decent house. So over here, looks like they leveled this a little bit. There's some bulldozer or tractor tire marks. So there's a gate to the pasture right there. And then, yeah, it just follows that fence line. This is Founders Point, this neighborhood next door to us. All those homes were built probably around the same time, 90s, 2000s. Really nice big homes. That's one of the more was one of the more probably higher end neighborhoods here in this part of town. And you're up on the hill, so some of those homes have a view. But some really nice, really big houses behind you there. And on the other side, it's pretty private. There's not really anyone looking into your front yard other than the road. You have the one road that goes down to that neighborhood down below. This big tree there. So let's look at this side of the house. But yeah, all in all, it seems to be a decent home. It's got a lot of space. The way the square footage is used, there's some things I would have done different if I was building the house, but really nothing that's would be a deal breaker for most people. The master bedroom off the dining room would probably be the weirdest thing that people would complain about. And then just the wear on the floors, the exterior paint, some of the interior paint as well. So definitely a lived-in house that's in the condition you'd expect for a 30-year-old house at this point. So again, you'd be definitely dealing with some road noise throughout the day. Not a ton though, so I think you get used to it. Cool. Well, I'll get this uploaded to you and sent over to you, and yeah, let me know if you have questions, and we'll go from there.